Why, goody. Wait, whoa. Oh my God, I am screwing up my time of the day. Why, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are enjoying this blessed Saturday that we are having. If you guys don't know now, you will know the weather is going to get more rainy. It is going to start raining. That's what the forecast said this morning. So if you're choosing to go out later on, make sure you bring an umbrella. First off, guys, I want to thank all my essential employees for keeping us going with what everything that we're dealing with this pandemic, and for keeping us safe and attending to us, all our first responders, everyone that is included in the help of this pandemic that we're dealing with. So I hope you guys like my bangs. I cut them. They're a little curly right now because that's just my hair. It's curly, but they cute. So I'm gonna cut to the chase because I have some things that I wanted to do, but I wanted to pop up in here. Today has been a blessed day. I went to church with mom, did some errands, picked up my brother. He's here hanging out with us. And yeah, me and Chris are heading out to the city tonight. It's been some time since we've had like a nice date just because, we had some things going on, both dealing with certain things. And yeah, we said, screw it. We were supposed to go yesterday, but I've had such a long week that I really didn't want to do anything. So I have no excuse today. Shh. Anywho, guys, so I wanted to talk about relationships and boundaries. Of course, I will keep this sequel going. And eventually a new sequel will happen. I haven't made it there mentally on what to talk in terms of a sequel that I can keep a continuance of, stories, talks on it, but I'll figure it out. I always figure it out. Anyways, so I want to talk about healthy boundaries, negative boundaries, and what does it look like to you? So what is a boundary? Of course, I had to get the definition for it just because I suck at explaining definitions and like breaking it down. So they're guidelines, rules, or limits, safe ways for others to behave towards them, and how they will respond when someone passes the limit. All right, guys. And, I think sometimes, depending on the relationship or, depending on what situation you're in, you forget about boundaries or you don't place them or you don't enlist in them, right? And I think they're crucially important. I think it needs to be spoken about. All right. So, do you have boundaries for yourself, right? Do you set rules for you to go by, right? And it could be with your friends, family, whoever. Do you set boundaries, right? A limit to you, let's say, boundaries, let's say if you're going to go shopping, or boundaries on in a relationship, in an intimate relationship, ways for them to treat you, how they act with you when they cross the limit. You know what I'm saying? Do you set healthy boundaries for your, mental state, right? Stating a boundary like I'm not going to go beyond that, in terms of like, let me think of a good example, like self-care, making sure that you set a boundary like I have to take care of myself this one day and it's all about me that one day. And for the people around you to understand that. Have you set a boundary for yourself? Do you set boundaries with your friends, right? You got to respect me. I respect you. When you talk to me, when you communicate amongst me, right? Do you set a boundary with them? Um, there's different type of healthy boundaries, but you want to make sure that you go by them, right? You stay strict to them, right? Because if you're disrespecting your own boundaries, then they really must not mean nothing to you. You must not care about them enough for you to set them in motion, right? What are some negative boundaries, right? Not saying no, right? Why can't we say no? Why? Because we always feel like we're going to hurt someone else, or no is no. If you don't want to go out, say no. You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes people are afraid to say no for what that other person is going to feel. But at the end of the day, set your boundaries. I don't feel like going out. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I want to stay home with my family. No, it doesn't matter what the situation is. It is okay to say no. And I think sometimes people feel they guilt trip themselves like, oh, I shouldn't be saying no. I shouldn't be saying this or that, whatever. The thing is no. You say no. We're able to say no. And I think that's super important. Don't feel bad if you say no. It's okay, right? So just knowing the differences between, healthy and unhealthy boundaries, making sure that you set them. And again, it could be with your parents, when my door's closed, that means don't come in and you knock, right? For whatever reason, I don't have my door open, right? So it doesn't mean that anyone could just barge in. Why? Because you are pretty much going past my boundaries and not respecting me. To me, boundaries and respect go hand in hand. Your friends, family, whoever need to know your boundaries. And, I mean, it's not a conversation that you have on a day to lunch, like, oh, I just wanted you to know my boundaries. Like, no, like, but at being someone's friend or being with them for different periods of time, you can see eventually what their boundaries are, whether they don't like this, whether they don't like that, whether they get sensitive to this topic. Oh, we know that we don't want to cross that boundary with Ariel because she's not a very big fan of that topic. We're not going to talk about it in front of her. Right. I'm not saying there's a topic, but I'm just giving you guys all examples. All right. Knowing that you set healthy boundaries with yourself, right? Okay. I had a cheat day yesterday. Again, hypothetically speaking. I did though, just saying. But you have a cheat day. Okay, the next few days, there's no cheat days. I'm setting that boundary for myself. That's a healthy boundary, right? Making sure that you keep a schedule. Schedule can go hand in hand with boundaries too, right? Setting your boundaries with your schedule, setting the respect for your schedule. And if you cross that boundary, then you're not staying strict with it. You may have to reassess it, you know. Um, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Set your boundaries, set self-respect for you. You know, don't let people cross your boundaries. All right. Boundaries are super healthy, and especially for relationship guys. I can't, you know, express that more. You need to have boundaries in a relationship, friend or no friend. You want to make sure they respect you, they don't cross you, they trust you, they support you. These are all things that need to be, you know, taken very serious. All right, guys. So that is my topic for today. Set your boundaries with whoever the person is. If you are hanging out with them often and you see you're not liking something, you're not up to par with whatever it is that you're doing, set that motion with them immediately. Don't feel like you're doing something wrong by opening up and communicating with them. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. Set it in stone. All right, guys. So have a blessed day. Hello to my two people that came in now. I hope you guys love the topic. Again, I can't express how important boundaries are, and make sure you stay strong to them. But ultimately, don't forget to keep pushing yourself to be great. All right, guys. So have a blessed day. I'll talk to you soon, and I'm looking forward to chatting more.